One that's afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. No suicide if you ever try to let go. Yeah, I'm sad and low. Yeah, I'm sad, I know. Yeah, who am I? Someone that's afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. No suicide if you ever try to let go. Yeah, I'm sad and low. Yeah, I'm sad, I know. Yeah. I'm sad, I know, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Torn from being in love. I love when you're around, but I fucking hate it when you leave. Someone that's afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. No suicide if you ever try to let go. Yeah, I'm sad, oh yeah, I'm sad, I know, yeah. Who am I? Someone that's afraid to let go. You decide if you're ever gonna let me know. If you ever try to let go, yeah, I'm sad.
And we are here. We are here. How is everybody doing? Really, really happy to be here because we ain't trying to leave nobody's son for dead. If y'all get the reference, we would never do y'all like that. You know what I mean? We're not only here, but we are here to talk about a new show. Now, even though we are discussing The Last of Us today, it will be weekly, Mondays, every single, same time, same place, but it will be Monday instead of tonight. But Ashley, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Are you ready to get into The Last of Us?
Girl, like I told you before, I am well rested. I'm hydrated, rejuvenated, ready to dive back in it, okay? And I'm ready to get into this episode because the way Ellie would never play in Joel's face after he done massacred a whole hospital for you, chick. What we're not about to do is this teen angst thing. It pissed me off, Tyra.
Girl, you know how they are when we get into the teeny bopper phase. It's always an issue. I never really liked Elle. She always looked like a foot in the face. It's strong, but I love Elle. I love this actress. Like, I love the actress because I really missed not having to be a certain phenotype or this whatever just to have this lead. Like, she gives me that Meryl Streep, Glenn Close face energy, if y'all get what I mean. I'm just saying.
Some of my comments called her funny face, like with her funny face.
That's all I'm saying. But you guys, welcome. Get on in here. We definitely missed you. Be sure to hit that like button, show us some love in the chat, and let us know what you think about the show as we get into it. Now, we are going to go ahead and start here with some overall thoughts. Since Ashley's here, I'm going to come to her first. Ashley, what were your overall thoughts of this first episode?
I know my sis missed me over here. Y'all hear it in her voice. Tara missed me, y'all. She missed me for them couple days. But no, overall thoughts on the episode. It was fine. I think we got spoiled in season 1 because season 1 was a masterpiece. Do you hear me? Every single episode felt like it could stand alone. It felt like its own movie, and it gave us a beginning, middle, and an end, honey, and they delivered in a compelling story. And I feel like this episode, we're back to laying some groundwork. I feel like we are setting the stage for what's to happen. And so in that respect, it was very different from our season 1 opener, but I'm actually here for it. I'm not with all of the addition of all these characters, but there are a few that I like. I'm here for Schitt's Creek Mama. I'm not here for Dina. I'll say apple cider vinegar. She can get this work. We need a villain.
That's where I know her from.
You know her from apple cider vinegar. We was just in that lady face. We was just in Kaylee's face. But no, I think that's what it was, and I think that's why it's getting these mixed reviews. Outside of that, I've heard a lot of people do have issues with the casting. I hear a lot of people didn't like Ellie's casting because they say it varies quite a bit from the video game. They feel the same way about Abby. So I'm curious to see how this is all going to shape up.
First of all, Schitt's Creek. I don't know what that is, but if we talking about Catherine from Beetlejuice, I'm always here for her. I don't know what that show is. I don't get the reference, but if it's my boo from Beetlejuice, I'm always here for her as an actress. She is absolutely amazing. We love a good goated situation. Thank you so much, Rob, for showing some love with this super sticker. Most definitely appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I kind of have some of the same sentiments. I'm not mad at kind of where we started. It just feels like we have somewhere to go because we left off at such a strong point. I thought we were going to be picking up before we got into angsty Ellie. I thought we were going to be picking up with happy Ellie, like, we're living our best life, this, that, and the third. And then gradually, I think because we have that jump to her being 19, it's just kind of this need to separate. But there seems like there's this underlining of something else because Ellie mad as hell, and we need to know why. We absolutely need to know why.
Yeah, there's definitely this undercurrent of like what haven't we seen yet? Same with Gail's husband and Anakin. I know you said you didn't remember. It's because it didn't happen yet. Like when I watched the after show, they say that the unaliving of Gail, aka Kevin McAllister mama,
Yes.
happened a couple months before this, right?
Yeah.
Where we're at right now. So we haven't seen what happened in that circumstance.
Yeah, I'm definitely, because how heavy it is, I'm anticipating a flashback of that situation because she's upset too. Everybody stay mad at Joel. There are a lot of characters here. I hope that all of them hold some weight. I got a little separate slide for Seth. First of all, Seth was big fine. I'm just going to say that. He was giving me Glenn from The Walking Dead. I was happy to see him. But with this extra character, I was just happy to see someone. I like a good, not to say that he is that, but a good village idiot who comes through in a clutch with them hands. I'm here for that. He's not a village idiot. I'm just saying, just the aura of it all just gives, we're not anticipating much. Like, oh, it's just Seth. And yeah, Seth gonna come through in the clutch for the girls, and I'm here for it. That's all I want to say.
But he was like Gaston. She's like, he a Gaston. He just here being big time.
Big fine, man. I'm here for that. But it was definitely a slower start with this episode, but it just leads me to think that we have somewhere to go if we kind of, I don't want to say regress, but kind of slowed the pace down and got us into this place in this town, and we're moving 5 years later. But it's only right to go back to where we left off with Joel lying to Ellie. Was this the right decision? Like, I don't even think that's up for question or debate. This was very selfish. This was very selfish on look at okay, Ashley. This was selfish on Joel's part. Now, if we were standing up here on this mountaintop and it was, yes, I killed X, Y, and Z and they mama to save your life because I felt like this was your decision to make. This is what they were going to do. Do you want to go through with it? Joe didn't say that. Joe made up a whole lie, and she makes it, which we knew was going to come back to bite him in the ass. She was like, promise me that you're telling me the truth. Swear that this is what it is moving forward, and we can go live our best life. Of course, Joel lies, and we referenced this scene early in the episode just to show, like, did I make the right decision? I probably should have told her. But who am I without Ellie? What is this world without Ellie? Why should she have to give up her brain for science? I'm doing this. Was this the right decision, Ashley?
Here's the thing, because not too much. Not too much on Joel, because here's the thing, he had already lost one child. He said, I can't do it again. And he said, how will she know? How will they know? How will anybody know what really happened with the Fireflies? So here's the thing. I think if we had gone into this fully with informed consent, that would be one thing. I think the moral conundrum that we run into isn't so much his actions, because take them all out, all about her. You know what I mean? All about my child. I'm coming up behind you so you can make the decision fully aware. I think where we get into the muddy waters is that he lied in her face, and he did. He said, nah, he did. Everything you told me was the truth. Yeah, Ellie, we're good to go. No, baby, you massacred them people because you knew that it was going to take her sacrificing her life to synthesize a cure. Now, in the greater good, do I wish I could be that person who could look at the whole of humanity over my single child. I do, but would I? Probably not. I'd probably go up behind mine, Tyra. Listen, damn it. Y'all get her brain when she's dead. Like, y'all wait, let her live her life. Once her life is done, go ahead and take what you need out of her.
And my thing was, we never even like tie it back into what it could mean, because y'all, I had forgot. We got this first season some time ago, and I had to go rewatch the whole thing to make sure I was prepped and ready to go for now, because I wasn't finna play with y'all and act like I remembered everything. I did not. But getting into that pregnancy scene when Ellie is delivered, the mom says like, "Oh, she I was bit, afterwards," or
Mhm.
like, and that's just not that she was bit during, so that could make all the difference. There was never any full stamp on this is going to work. We never knew that. This could have been, some situation that went wrong and Ellie's just dead for like, oh, okay, well, that's just a trial. We got to figure out something else. We don't really know, and it's still up in the air in this episode whether or not that situation was going to work. I don't think we'll ever know at this point. I don't know.
I think that there's got to be better science. Like, I really do. I don't think we have to give her a lobotomy basically to synthesize her blood. Literally, you guys are saying it's in the blood, but now you're saying we got to cut into her brain, which I think there could have been other tests done before it went nuclear. You know what I mean? And so for that, and I just, and people hate Joel. Clearly, in my TikTok already, the people are coming, how dare you? Joel is a terrible person. Joel is a
No.
complicated man who no one understands him but his woman. You know what I'm saying? Nobody understands Joel for real. He's gone through a lot of trauma. He's adapting. Elle is the first person he was able to open his heart to. Like, he's been completely vulnerable, and now he can't stop crying, Tyra. I'm here for Joel. I stand for Joel. I'm going to support him.
I love Joe, but we can't be lying in Ellie's face of all people. Not Ellie's strong face. Y'all know Ellie be mad just because the sun came up. Like, Lord, Ellie has been through a lot and has a tough exterior, and we don't know what's happened in the past 5 years. But I sure see a whole lot of first time catching the line. Let me find out. We need to do a 3 o'clock situation. Let me find out. We need to do an earlier live. Welcome to anybody who is just getting here. Please be sure to hit that like button and show us some love. But leaving that, we just had to acknowledge that because Joel didn't feel, like maybe I should have told her, but I didn't. But we get into a new threat and some revenge. We have these leftover flyer flies. So we're gonna get this ragtag team of folks. I mean, when I think of flyer, like I just needed some rugged energy. Okay, regardless of our little inklings back there, there's a collection of actors and actresses back there. If I say so myself, the assembling of this new cast is casting. We got some names here. Like I swear I was trying to place that first. I was like, I just saw you somewhere and I cannot remember. Apple cider vinegar,
Apple cider
acting
vinegar.
down over there. Loved her over there, but over here when we get into this layer of vengeance and clearly we walked up on the hospital in the facility, got a description of Joel and who we needed to get at and who did this to our family. But we meet Abby. Abby is leading the charge. I said, who is this? Are we supposed to believe this? I did not believe it when she turned to the camera and said, like, he needs to die slow. I said, oh, okay, so what you telling me is y'all gonna catch Joe. It's gonna look like something about to pop off, and he's gonna get away because you want to have your vindicated villain. He's gonna get away. And not even that. We know that is typical storytelling. What is the show without oh man Joel? But who are you, ma'am? I'm not getting the physicality of it. Mind you, I am not familiar with anybody's game. Child, I don't play no video games. I don't know what this character per se is supposed to look like, but just visually and verbally speaking, I wasn't feeling the smackdown coming off of Abby. Ashley.
Girl, nah, apple cider vinegar, go kick rocks with open toe shoes. Oh, I don't want to see you. I don't care about your vendetta. We have bigger fish to fry. The creatures, the fungus, whatever is growing inside the commune now. I don't give a damn about apple cider vinegar at this point and this damn Scooby-Doo 90210 group of people. Because why are y'all all pretty and unscathed out
Right?
here? in the middle of desolation. Like, it's awkward to me. It's like they picked up a YA teen drama and sat it right smack dab in the middle. We got our girl over here from Joe, his only black love interest, like,
Yes.
or from you, excuse me.
From
What are
you.
we doing? Are you gonna help
Sabrina, the
me?
teenage witch.
I'm like, who are you people and why do we care? And you're really bad hunters if in 5 years you haven't found Joel. Yeah, I'm just saying, girl, give it up. Find something else to do. Find a hobby. Y'all come
Well,
in and do something
actually,
different.
if you go back and
I,
watch the season per se, as I did, they do let us. They make it very clear that the town that Thomas and Maria are in, this is a very distinct, obsolete, far out, hard to find location. Joel is that dude. He gonna get to where he need to be. Clearly, these people are ill-equipped. I just needed some age on the team. I'm sorry.
yeah, like I said, it was giving young YA. It was giving 90210 in post-apocalyptic, America. I didn't, and maybe it'll come through. And again, I think this is a lot of the gamers' contention with this
Yeah,
casting for her. They're like, this is not the Abby from the game. Like, she does not
I'm
look
looking.
scary or intimidating or like
Jasmine
she's
says
gonna
she's
be
supposed to
formidable.
be buff.
Okay.
And I could get that. I think the flex is supposed to be happening in the photo here with the arm strength up above, but it just wasn't giving that all along with the kind of that soft spoken voice. It just wasn't very commanding. And then we have this team behind her. They look like a bunch of wimps. I'm sorry. It did not look like it was like, well, we did get here kind of late, or do we really want to go track him down? I mean, let's just put these dog tags on these graves, girl, and go on about our business. Like, dude, I mean, if who all gonna be over there, we'll support you. I mean, we'll go if we got to, but we low key don't want to. You want to go out there and find this, and it's just like, no, I know what he looks like. I got the description probably from the nurses who saw Joe, because those were the only people that Joe didn't kill. Joe should have killed everybody, but we got enough to go on to seek vengeance and be the new threat. But it just wasn't giving. But hopefully she delivers a little bit more.
Them people in damn Wyoming are rugged. They look like White Walkers. They are Vikings out there. And you think this group is gonna do something? I'm like, y'all can't touch them people. Y'all can't touch them people. Them are some big old people. Just like that man we see fighting in that first scene.
I will say, because I was really, really excited. Anytime I see Jeffrey Wright anywhere, I'm going to turn up because it's Jeffrey Wright and I love Jeffrey. The man here in the green shirt who looks to maybe be her love interest here, Abby, he said, he's connected to Isaac. There's some higher, older ups. I think these are just the underlink fireflies who are just, I don't know why we were presented with them first, but maybe Isaac, Jeffrey Wright, is the big bad or the brains of the operation. And these are just, the little minions in the front. We can only hope at this point.
I guess so, do what y'all got to do, but it didn't give that. And then the other thing that got me with the dialogue when they're talking about, of course, Joel and coming in, and he rescued a girl and she, was supposed to have, don't even say it. I'm like, so we have these fungi mushroom creatures that are out here, the cordyceps virus, all that. You can't fathom that there could be somebody with immunity. Like, that's too much. Everything else is nothing, but that, like, I don't know. Something about even the conversation between them was just odd and off-putting. I'll be interested to see if they grow on me. Get me to Jeffrey. Get me over there. Get me over there with him.
I think it was so odd because they were trying to introduce them, but it felt inorganic because they were trying to say like the role they're playing. And we have the Miss Mamas from you. Like, I'm the medic, so I know that whatever Ellie could have maybe had been this girl. Who knows if there would have been enough brain matter or material or blood to even synthesize anything. Like, who knows? So it's like, I'm the med and I'm the front. Like, I'm like, okay, we got it. It was very
on the nose.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about this show, because they weren't spoon feeding us first season. It was like you get in where you fit in and you see it as it goes. But this was very much, let me tell you exactly everything that's going to happen, who we are, what we represent, and our mission, because we're mad. Oh, okay.
That sounded very Lollipop Gil. Actually, we're mad. But we meet Papa Joe because, baby, Joe was late 50s last season. Joel was late 50s last season. Joel is in his 60s at this point. I
Girl.
put Papa Joel here because Papa getting up there. He had to like, girl, my arthritis is kicking in, working on these situations. But we meet another new character because we had a plenty. We meet Danny. I put a student / peacemaker because she's very invested. As we know, these townsfolk, we've only ever been in this town. They've been secluded and safe all their lives. So the likes that we saw in that first season of Ellie and this rugged Joel and people who've been somewhere and seen some things and learned something, I'm ready to soak up anything and everything he has to offer. Well, we have Ellie. Yeah, been there and done that. Don't care. Get out of my face. Leave me in my room with my grunge music mixtapes. All of that's happening. But as Danny is soaking up information about a circuit and how to do X, Y, and Z, she is the first person to ask, like, yeah, why didn't she like you? Why? Like, what did you do to Elle? Now, that narrative in this first episode is very, very interesting because we know how secretive they are. We're not going to go off and talk about anything. So I want to know, how did you feel about the approach to Joel in this episode of everybody like, yeah, what did you do to Elle? Because you've clearly done something to her for her to hate you.
Kevin McAllister mama pissed me off flat out. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna enjoy her character, but you would never say, did you hurt her? What do you mean by that?
Girl, we gotta wait. Let me go on over to that slide, because who the hell are you talking to?
Yeah, because don't do that. Not too much. Like I'll go to war all about, because you see this man crying, breaking, do all of that, and you go, what'd you do to her, Joe? What'd you do to her?
Yeah, what does that even mean? Her can be a dimension of things. Why would you say that? And what kind of raggedy ass therapy is this?
She was drunk as hell and it pissed me off. But as far as Dina, I don't like her. Immediately no for me, because she's too familiar, and I get it. Joel even says during this therapy session, you know, she treats me more like a father than Ellie does. So I'm really torn with Dina's motivation. Do you want to get in Ellie's panties? Do you want Joel to be your daddy? Do you want that both to happen? Like, but girl, you're overstepping your boundaries to me. Why do you feel so safe and comfortable asking, why does she hate you? Like, damn, does she hate me? Is she mad at me? Joel was like, what'd she tell you? Like, I don't know. I think Dina wants to belong. You can tell she is like the popular one in the city. She's gotten, I mean, she and Jesse apparently on and off, whoever that is, her man, or was. And I don't know. She's just too Johnny on the spot. Even when Elle and her go off and, you know, play Captain Cowboy out there, I was like, it's something about her. I just can't get to her. And I know they're going to try to ingratiate us to her.
I was going to say, I don't know what you're waiting on. This is what you're getting, baby. They want you to soak her up, love her. She's a part of the show now.
I don't like her character at all.
What did she do, actually? She just got here.
I feel like she's going to be a barrier. I think to any reconciliation we could see with Joel and Ellie, they're going to be reconciled at some point, but I think she is going to be a stumbling block, especially now that she and Ellie are going to be swapping spit. I don't like it. I don't like how it's kind of playing the end against the middle. Well, I'm going to be watching a movie with Joel on Saturday night. Do you want to come with us? Like, girl, something ain't right. Something in the milk ain't clean, Tyra. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. I don't like her. I don't like it at all. It's pissing me off. It was weird. I do. I hate her character. I hope this is not
episode 1. I hate her character. It's very like I absolutely understand what you're saying. It's like she was kind of forced on us like immediately, and we don't really even know too much of anything about her, so it does seem a little bit off-putting. But to me, it gave like mediator, peacemaker, like come on, like he's trying. Ellie, he's trying. You can meet him halfway type of energy, all while being the endearing love interest. I get it, but we just met you. We just met you. Now, Kevin McAllister's mama. Now, ma'am, she made me so mad. Beetlejuice. She made me so mad because I didn't even know what was going on with. Well, we know now what's going on with Joe. Joe has always felt like a shell of a man. anyway. Now it feels like we are superseding that because he's older, and the only tie he really had to the now, Ellie is slipping away, and he's slipping even further due to it. And even 5 years later, he's still very guarded. He's still, even in this therapy session, even though this wench didn't help, when he was like, she treats me more like a father than Ellie. Well, but you're not. You're not her dad, are you? You're not. I was like, Heffa, stab her, Joe. She's an op. Stab her now. Now, we do have a vendetta with her already about her husband who had to go. We don't know exactly what happened. I'm just assuming at this point he was about to turn into a clicker, turn into a zombie. Maybe he was infected. And Joel had to take him out for the good of the people. And because she says, like, I know why you did it. I know you had to, but she still has like his cup there, his shoes there. It's like her husband never left. And she verbally says, I hate you. I was like, what kind of therapy are we supposed to get from this woman? I didn't know we were supposed to go with that. But can she be trusted? Now, I was like, Joe, I know you're a little shell of yourself right now, and you're not on your final, your front like you normally are. You're normally on your toes, and you are getting older. But when this heifer opened her mouth and said, just tell me, this is a safe space. Even though I just said I just hate you. I hate you, dear darling. I hate your stinking guts. Even though I just said that, just know that this is a safe space, and if you hurt her, if you did something to make her so upset, you can just tell me. Just tell me what you did, because I know you're lying. I'm that good of a therapist. I've been doing this for years. I know you're lying. Just tell me, Joel. Let's just purge. I was like, Joel, don't you tell this wench nothing. Don't you tell this wench nothing. Do you feel like she can be trusted? I know that's a no, but do you feel like this will come back because she does seem to have this vendetta towards him because you killed my husband?
Yeah, I'm really, really interested to see her character development. I think she is one of those that's going to have some depth in the story, but hell no, she can't be trusted. And I don't know if he became a clicker or if it was something worse, honey, because these men behind these walls be all kind of predatory. So we don't know what happened. If it was something about Ellie, I know he was going to take him out. So, but yeah, as far as her, the whole monologue threw me off. I knew she was drunk, a couple sheets to the wind, but the whole, should I say this? I don't know if I should say this. I want to say it, but will I get in trouble for saying this? Girl, go to hell. Because you're a therapist and you're freaking me out. You're talking to yourself. You're having your own inner monologue out loud. And Gail, that's not what we need, Kevin McAllister's mama. I thought it was very accusatory. And, I wasn't going to do this. But since we're here, I guess I will. I will read the comment that someone left on my TikTok because they got real out of pocket. And I just, as a reference, so people can hear and understand what the consensus is with these people out here in these streets. Did she delete her comment? Hold on, y'all. Because basically she was like, how dare you? How dare you come for Abby? First of all, she hated her. And then she said, Joel is a terrible person, unalived Gail's husband. Now let's talk about this. Gail said it in the episode. She said, I know you had to. I know it's something that had to be done, but I still hate you. Do I still hate you? I hate you. So we know that whatever he did was justified. I think it was very odd to put that on him right there when you see him already on the verge of tears. He's already carrying the weight of the world. And basically to tell him that his feelings were invalid, well, that's every 19-year-old, Joel. Like, I don't know what the problem is. And he's basically like, I never got this far with my daughter. I don't know what it's like to raise a teen. So I just felt like she was very uncaring, very insensitive, and for her to be the therapist of the community, I'm scared for the future. If she ever gets any tea on him, any real tea, she's gonna ruin his life. If he confides, because at the end I was like, don't even say that. When she said, well, what did you do? He said, I saved her. I said, don't even tell her that, because I feel like she will run immediately to Ellie and just force him to lose everything that he feels like he has in this world. I don't trust her.
Ellie, I think she going to the higher up. She going to the council. She going to the Voltaire. She going up there to the. She going up there to the higher up. See, this is why she's gonna cause some mess. Like I'm hoping. I know Joel is smart enough not to confide in her and tell her any real information, but as we can see in this episode, things are about to blow up. So I don't even think it's gonna matter. But yeah, she would be like, she would even be like a good villain. Like, where are we putting these people, huh?
I
Put her
don't
over
know.
there where you got Abby.
I
Lord.
think it'll be interesting to see because we already see that there is some dissension in the ranks because of all of these new refugees. What do we do? Do we let them in? Do we not? I think she's probably one of those decision maker type people in the town, or at least has the ear of people there. So I'll be interested to see what it causes in the community because they need to be as tight knit as possible right now for what's coming.
I know she better not bring my boy to tears again. I know we better not do that.
I don't
I need
like
you to
that.
show a little bit more sensitivity. You better Ralph Transvant Joel next episode, because don't do him like that, okay? Talking about Joel was tired. That was a tough decision for Joel to make, which I wanted him to do.
Oh,
But
yeah, he
moving
better not
on.
ever tell her that. Oof, don't ever tell her
Don't
that,
tell her
child.
nothing. But speaking of threats and getting into Joel not being, 10 toes down, this is we kind of see a difference here with him all the time being a lone wolf, making sure everything is checked in the boxes all by himself. Now that we are in this town, we do see that it's this community and all of these idol duties, and this it's all, given to certain people collectively. So will we have them checking these pipes early on in the episode to make sure that this fungi is still dead and the infected is still, docile? Because all it takes is one. All it takes is one little peak of anything, and now we're infected. And we see before the episode goes off that it is the fungus is very much so alive and kicking. And Joel isn't, around to do diligence to check. He's giving these duties to someone else and everyone else in the town. This is very, very scary. It seems like just as quickly as we are getting into this town life and 5 years later, it's immediately going to be snatched away in episode 2. Ashley, how did you feel about the fungus peaking? Because it was growing, girl.
Pissed off because y'all would give me at least an episode of purity and levity and some happiness and some joy. Let me bask in the joy of it all for at least an episode. They said, "Oh hell no, it's infiltrated the gates." And why are we just busting pipes open on the ground and leaving them there anyway? I thought that was so odd when we see that in one of the first shots when they're in town, and then of course at the end we see the little doohickeys moving. I'm very curious about how it's going to make its way from being in that state to actually infecting someone. So I will be interested to see, and what's going to work to kill it. Can we burn it out? Whatever. Him being the foreman and not foremaning, like Dina said, like I'm having to report back to you what's going on because you're supposed to be on the site for this expansion, and you're worried about everything else. You're playing with your nephew. You talking to your sister-in-law Tara, honey, from True
He's
Blood.
comfortable. It's all and it's odd with Joel because there is this sense of safety. I got my own home. He might as well have been knitting in this scene when he was sitting here with these glasses sitting on the tip of his nose, and it's just like maybe there isn't a need to be on such a high alert as I used to be. And then he's also really distracted of why the hell is Ellie so mad at me? Why doesn't she love me anymore? Why aren't we interacting? She's moved into the garage. It's just also sad. He's distracted, so he's just not on them toes. But I can't wait till he get on them because don't play him. He may be Papa Joe, but Papa Joe gonna show up every time.
I do. It's very interesting because you can tell that he has a leadership position now in the town, and he's very kind of anti-refugee. Well, stop letting everybody in. And you're right. He's very complacent. He's over there whittling wood or playing with the little doohickey I'm like, this is not a science project. Get out here and oversee something, Joel. But like you said, he's micromanaging damn Ellie. That's all he can think about.
That's it. That's the distraction. And we're here with Maria, aka this is Tara, but Maria nonetheless. Maria and baby Tommy, and he's still kind of reinforcing those things, which like you said, I really wish that they had given us at least one episode of this pure happy town, because when he's talking to the nephew, it's just like, okay, everything in here is good. Everything on the outside is bad. We got to protect, the home front. And we know that that's about to be snatched away at any given moment. But we do hear them talking about a limited of resources and all of these refugees and trying to be picky about who we're letting in and how many we're letting in. And it's just like, it kind of does a disservice to the episode if we know that it's going to be snatched away anyway in literally 2.5 seconds. So I couldn't really dive into this or the counsel of it all or the coming of what's about to happen. I have a bad feeling. And oh, Joe, we have to be welcoming. We let you in and somebody let me in. What if this next person thought like that? There's enough to go around ass energy. Yeah, the apocalypto is about to be ripped from underneath us, okay? We're not going to have it too much longer, so I can really give too much to this. I will say it would be nice to see Tara whoop some ass again. That would be fun. Let her get in action. I'm here for the wifey of it all. But this is just really, really sad. We got to see this town for all of 2 seconds.
I really, when I was watching Joel play with his nephew, I was like, damn it. The baby's he's a goner. Like, I just honestly immediately I was like, he's gone. Bye, baby. Bye. And of course his brother
already, you think they're gonna take the baby already? We can't take the baby now.
I do. And then we immediately have this kind of contentious relationship between Maria and Joel. And of course, the brother is going to have to be the buffer. I don't know. It gives a little bit predictable. I hope they do more with this story. I somehow feel like the brother and the nephew will be taken out and he'll have to work with Maria. Listen, this is The Last of Us. They're going to take people out left and right. We know it.
Will. It's gonna be vice versa. We're gonna have Tommy and lose the wife and child, and it's gonna be, well, we were all safe before you got there. It's gonna be, we were set for 10 years before you ever. It's gonna be that, and it's like, hopefully we don't get into those predictable qualities because we know the writing to be extremely smart, and there's no need to be predictable because we're good. We can write.
Yeah, and we have a lot to work with. But again, I couldn't help rehearing Ellie, I think last season, when she's like, everybody I loved is gone or left, they died or left me or whatever. I'm like, damn, this is a repeat of history. We're gonna see some tragedy, unfortunately.
We are, and then they're gonna make it seem like, well, it was gonna blow up anyway, even though we have all of these idle new threats around the town, and we get into the plex in the town and even a little bigotry later. Like, this isn't perfect, but it's still been a happy home thus far. What does it all mean if there's fungus in the pipes and we're not sealing it and we're leaving it all open to spread over the damn town? That's all I'm saying.
It's like our people issues mean nothing when we're fighting this entity, damn it. Like, none of this means anything.
Speaking of Tommy, stand on business. We said no. We said no, and we said no for a reason. They're still packing it on even here, like, there's a whole lot more of, the infected rolling up lately. Yeah, they're probably getting off I-10, just wandering up here. You just take them out. It's nothing to be worried about. But regardless of what's approaching, we're worried about you. Joel said, maybe we should be concerned because you've been out here being all rogue on these missions that are meant to be safe, going all off by yourself. Ellie's character really grew on me in her journey, but I don't want them to girl boss the situation too much, because we meet Ellie and we have like a 6'5" buff brother that she's wrestling with on the ground, and she's don't take it easy on me, don't pull any punches. I'm not like other girls. I'm a cool girl. I'm a tough girl. Not only am I gay, but I'm tough. We got it. We got it. I think the simplicity of Ellie and everything that she's been through, we get the toughness there. I think about that episode 8 when she had to fight for her life and just how smart she is and how she moves. We can get into that, and of course her being older, but her taking down that man and hit me as hard as you can. Like, don't pull any punches with me. I can take it. Like, we got it. But even here, where it's just like, if you know that me and your brother, we're so much alike, then you aren't going to get your way. And it's just like, fine, you can still stand. You don't got to stand on the post. You can go off on the mission. And he lets it go just as quickly as he brought it up. But that bothered me. But what really bothered me was her yelling to the top of her lungs that she's infected. I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah, so bad.
Why? Why is she so annoying, Ashley?
I don't know. And here's the thing that's pissing me off with this, because we have to find out whatever happened in these 5 years, because something changed the trajectory of her life, because at this point she still has something to prove. We watched her through season 1 really evolve as a character, and finally by the end, I think especially with Joel, feeling like she could just be like, I'm just me, and I can just be who I am. And now it's like, no, I've got something to prove again. Girl, that man would have knocked your head between the washer and the dryer, Ellie, if he hadn't pulled the punch. You would have been laid out comatose, girl. Like it's not that deep. We know that you're a bad girl. We know that you can fight. We know that you can shoot. We know all of these things. It just feels like she's running up against this resentment of Joel because why are you still protecting me? I'm not a little girl anymore. I'm a woman and I can do it for myself.
Yeah, we got it.
Like we get it, girl. Like there's another way to do this. I feel like this is the most and like I love the show, y'all, but I feel like this was kind of the easiest route to take.
Low-hanging fruit.
It really was, and I feel like we're better than this at this point. I don't need you fighting everybody. I don't need you being the sharpshooter. I don't need you lifting up your shirt, showing us your scar, baby. We get it. Like we get it. All right, your tattoo. Excuse me. Your tattoo.
I got it. I just thought that was like, well, yeah, we didn't want to hear anything from Joel. And it's like, I got something to prove. Like, I don't care what Joel said. Punch me in the damn face. I can take it. Like, what? Girl, we're sparring. We're sparring. It's just like, can you get off of him? We're sparring. Yeah, I was in the zone. I was in the moment. I was about to kill him. Like, girl, hit her. And I remember the first post I ever made about this show. I hadn't seen no game. I hadn't seen nothing, but I had just watched that first episode, and I said she has such a punchable face. Girl, don't piss me off. That was my first comment about it. The first post I ever made about this show. But yeah, Tommy wasn't standing on business. Tommy was like, all right, fine. Like, I don't want to deal with this. We're just getting in there. But getting back into why she is so mad, I don't even think that it's been something in those 5 years that could have just warranted this. I really think there is a synergy or something off. I really think it goes back to that mountaintop and her knowing deep down you're lying to me, or there's something that you're not telling me. I think it's just like, you're a liar. You're a liar. I really think that that's just her plex, that he lied to her, or there's something that he's not telling her. Now, gradually, there will be a little need to separate and want to be an adult. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not 14. We're not on the run. You don't have to protect me and fight all my battles, Joel. I got it. But she's not even civil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She's not even, civil or giving him any kind of interaction. It's just very closed off. Why the hell is she so mad, Ashley?
Like I think a titular event happened in these 5 years. I don't know. She definitely doesn't know the truth of it all. I don't think she knows the truth of it all yet, and I think that'll be devastating once she finds out. I think that Joel has probably been a mother hen since they've got to the town. I think since the almost raping situation, since they tried to take the part of her brainstem, all that, I think he's been a doting father. And I think at this point she's fed up, and I think she wants autonomy and to be her own woman outside of the shadow of him. And I just really think it's harbored resentment. I think this is like a snowball effect. I don't necessarily think it's one event. I think it's just been the time that they've spent together, but it's aggravating me.
Girl,
at the end of the day, whatever's happened, slow roll it. He's been clingy, all of that, girl. He has gone to war for you, to save you, to get you to this point. Never forget that. That's what's pissing me off, because it's like you don't even appreciate it. You giving him one-word answers. Joel, I can defend myself. Stay out of it. Girl, that was a grown-ass man in that dance. What were you going to do, sis?
And not even that. Why would I stand here and what lets you have? Why? What? First of all, what man is doing that? Let alone Joel. Like, we're gonna break it up. Like, it's just, I don't care. I love Ellie's character, but Ellie has always been annoying as hell. Ellie has been annoying as hell. Like, Ellie is just very aggy. And I thought with age, we were going to be kind of pulling out of this because she had been through so much and she had matured so much in their journey, even just to get to this point. So for us to kind of revert to, get out of my room, Dad, I don't need you. I was like,
because it was never that. In the way that we saw her crave and desire Joel's time and attention as they were going through, and like this, she vied for Joel to love her, and when he finally loves you, you're mad about it, girl.
I go back, girl, saving Joel's life, trying to get that medicine when he was about to die. Like, we've been through some stuff.
Yeah,
I thought that there was an understanding. you're my father figure. I'm the daughter that you lost, and we have each other, and we're going to live out, our best days up until that point. And then maybe once she found out, like, you lied to me about that decision, then we would get this Ellie. The fact that we have her like this already is like, okay, we need to go back and see at least something that happened in the past 5 years besides Joel being a helicopter dad.
Yeah, because I mean, girl, be serious. After all y'all done been through,
Girl, all we done been through. Hey, Nita, hey. Yeah, and then just not even that. We have her, like she said, I need to be a part of the gunslinging missions, be out. I don't want to be holding down the fort. Trust me, when they've made it clear that she goes rogue plenty of time and does when what she wants to do when she's supposed to be following rank and doing protocol. But we get here, and I was like, girl, first of all, just being on the way there, the unseriousness of it, with everything that we've been through, even with Ellie, I feel like it's so unfair with the way that she ramages through places, knowing that if anybody else gets bit, they done. They're gone forever. Your ass is going to forever be straight at this point, for all we know. You're gonna live to fight another day, whether you're bit or not. It's not the end of your days of you being bit, because you won't be infected. So if you want to go off and think you're Sigourney Weaver and go on these secret missions, girl, go ahead and be my guest. But when we have this and it's just like, well, they said we should go back. We're supposed to report back. If we hear clickers, we're going to go in, and I got my knife, and I want a piece of the action. Girl, and you getting a piece of the action, you'd have fell through the damn floor. But beyond that, we do meet this new clicker, this smart clicker. Yeah. Everything is this was the most interesting part of the episode, because I was waiting. If you are a horror fan, if you are a zombie infected movie fan, especially if it goes on for whole sequels, they always evolve. The monster, the zombie, the infected always evolves. We get smarter, we get faster, we get more meticulous, and we have learned behavior, because how many years have we been doing this? And Miss Mamas was giving her a run for her money. She was expecting this clicker just to run towards her, and it's just like, no. She and even though she almost had you, she bit you. Mm-hmm. She bit you. Like, what if this was someone else? What if this was, another person in the community that you got to come in with you, and okay, you go that way, and we're gonna have fun because I'm a cool girl. I'm not like other girls. I'm Supergirl. Girl, get punched in the face. I told you got a punchable face. We don't have time for that. There are other people's lives at stake. It's not just always about you, and it's not just always about Joe. They'd be so wrapped up in their damn bubble. But how did you feel about this new clicker and how she is conducting herself in the midst of these missions that are supposed to be safe and take protocol?
Yeah, Ellie's got to be stopped, and she needs to be sat down. Outside of Joe, she needs to sit down for a moment until she gains some maturity, because at the end of the day, stealth mode clicker would kill anybody else, everybody else. Nobody stands a chance, because I was like, I can't hear this hoe. Ellie can't hear her. She is on your tail, and I was really hoping that Dina would have came down there and got ate up immediately. I was hoping that we were going to get a fatality this
You just wanted her to die. You just wanted to go.
I was so excited, because never would you say, oh, she's like you, Ellie. Didn't you tap that before? It makes me feel like she's gonna be using Ellie as a plaything, and I think that's weird. But then after they break protocol,
she already is.
And I hate that, because why are you playing with her? There's a whole town of people. Leave Ellie. Her delicate sensibilities can't help it. Wasn't it with Storm Reed in the season one? She can't handle no more heartbreak. She can't handle no more heartbreak like that. That was too much.
So sad. They were supposed to go out, set it off style. We gonna die together. And it
that was too much for me to handle. But no, I feel like even, the whole, I'm gonna cut him with the knife. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like, what are we doing? Why are we pantomiming? This is a real situation, and the people outside is scared. They say, y'all okay, don't go, but we're not gonna follow you. Don't go.
No pun intended. Ellie is running around like this is a damn video game, like, ma'am. And I know it's a video game, but
But it's so unserious. And then I think about this and I'm like, and what is Ellie gonna do with this information? Is she gonna go back and tell the townspeople that there are new types of clickers? Like this one moved totally different. The first thing you did is cut off the bite mark and went to the dance. She has no concept of the greater good or what this means for the town. Like I said, anybody else come in contact with stealth mode clickers, they are goners, Tyra. This is a whole new breed.
Totally different. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I think it's going to be so interesting because they're used to things being a certain way and it's going to change. Like, I don't think they ever thought that they would evolve. Not only is the fungus growing underneath the town through that pipes, we have more clickers approaching and now they're smart. Okay, yeah, they're on your ass. They're on your ass. Now, after she cut it off, and it seems like this is what she's been doing to where because we have an introduction of her brand new tattoo. You know, she tatted up now and she's covering up certain bike marks, but with the way that she got bit and cut like that wasn't her first time. This is what you've been doing. Like, this isn't cool. This isn't cool, and Joel has every right to be worried. Tommy has every right to be concerned, but we're just letting her do whatever the hell she wants to do. 19 or not, girl, this is about a town that we're about to lose, but that's just not, that's neither here nor there.
For running off solo, this time you had someone. So what if Dina had seen this?
Yeah.
What if anybody else sees that you got bit? That's been the whole thing. Why we have to keep this secret in the town, or you wouldn't be allowed in the town.
Like, she don't care. The way she was, I'm infected. Like, girl. What? If I was Tommy, I would have punched her in the face. I just want to punch her in the face anyway.
But I can't see this from a 19-year-old. That's also the part. Like, did she have a stunt in her development over these 5 years? Because I can see this from a 14, 15-year-old. I don't see this for an almost 20-year-old.
I don't know. After just literally finishing last season for the second time earlier today, and Joel telling her, like, because he didn't want to give her up at that point, like, we can go back to the town right now. You don't have to do this. Just like, no, decisions have to be made. Everything we done, it can't be for nothing. Like, it was very mature. So this just kind of seems odd. I think it's definitely something in the midst of these 5 years that we've missed, because if this is just Ellie in her I'm grown now, girl, get out my face. But I'm not sure if you missed the scene, Ashley. We do have a meeting of the council where she does mention it.
Did she? Okay, girl, because I missed that.
She did. She did. We have her sitting with the council who are extremely familiar with them. You can see that they do this a lot because we have Danny back up her story. And she's like, well, I saw this clicker. It was, stronger, faster, smarter. It was different. It's evolving. Like, we should be alarmed and worried. And she was like, well, what about you, Danny? Like, yeah, I can confirm it. I saw it too. I saw the whole thing. Meanwhile, she didn't see nothing. And the council's like, well, hey, Danny's definitely lying. But Maria says, I do believe Ellie, and we should maybe be a little bit, active. But it's the conversation just seemed redundant when we know, like, it's already over. Yeah. It's just, it's already too late to try to, well, let's go investigate to really see what we're dealing with. It's already here. So I just feel like it's too late. But she did say something to the council.
Okay, girl, because I must have blocked that scene out. She had me so pissed off. I thought the next thing was at the dance. I said, I saw her cutting that thing off, and I said, oh, now she want to go to the dance, get dressed up, put her man bun in, and go to the dance. Go somewhere, Ellie.
Girl, got my baby Joel over there. You know what? You want to go pick up a game of catch, little guitar, smell my palm. You trying to hang out? And she's like, no. Like,
I meant to ask you about that. Speaking of that damn guitar and that moth. And they're like, what does the moth mean? And like, death. So who's dying? Because I thought that was very, very specific and very out of the norm of the conversation for them to come out talking about the moth talk and the death talk. Who's going to be our first fatality?
I think, like you said, sadly, because we're not letting go of Miss Mama's here. How hard they're trying to lay on the PDA with us and her interest in her. I think it's gonna be Thomas and them. Like, can we please? Thomas just got his family. Just got his little piece of happiness. Can we not rip that away? I think we're gonna be left with her. And I don't even want to do that. Actually, you're rubbing off on me. We got to give her some time to cook. We gotta give her some time to cook. You got. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. We gotta give her some time to cook. Right. Even though I just didn't like how she was kind of toying with her on the way there on the horses, and it was like, well, yeah, are you going to dance with such and such? You know, she's the only one in town that's your kind. So, like, girl, I know you're gay. I know you like girls, but I'm not even going to say like I'm interested as well.
Crazy.
It's just kind of a weird interaction, and then we pick this moment when clearly we haven't had any private interactions with Ellie to let her know I am interested. Maybe I can go both ways. You know, if it's a self or a Joe or this, that, and that, a boyfriend, whatever, I'm interested in you. And we choose this moment in front of everybody to just, and not only embrace her and dance with her, but kiss her. I was like, girl, you ain't even hunched me in private.
It gave very much performative to me, which is why I don't, again, another reason I don't like her. It gave, let's do a spectacle. I just broke up with my man. Let me just try this out. Let me experiment. Let me play with
It's
you.
given experimentation. And then
Yeah.
even here, it wasn't even like sound mind and body decision, because she does make it clear, like, I guess they got some, I don't know what they got around here for them to be getting high. But she said she was high, like she took something a little. She got some gum.
Do you remember? She said, "What is this?" She said, "This is whatever. You know, I want the real buds."
She's under the influence here, and it's just like, oh, and this, that, and that. Baby, I was looking at Seth. That's where I was. I was like, what's going on over there? Okay, that's where I was. I was looking at Seth. But in the midst of this open PDA out of nowhere to show that she's interested, we have this man roll up. I cannot remember his name, but he always perplexed in every role that he ever gets. I swear. But he rolls up and says, hey, this is a family function. There's kids around here. Put that shit up. And he calls her a derogatory term. Mm-hmm. And she's ready to just go off on this man. Daddy Joe, Papa Joe, steps up to protect her, because what you're not going to do is hurt my baby, not at this function. And she cusses him out. Mm-hmm. Ashley.
Yeah, no sense. Ellie is going through something, and she's being used right now. She don't even see it. That girl don't want you, girl, for real. She don't. But yeah, I mean, it's just so odd to me. Like, we know you're a woman and all that, but Joel is a father out here in these streets, and he's going to protect his child. My thing with big Slowy up there making all these statements at the dance, you said what you said, and they said, all right, our bad, we won't kiss here anymore. What did you want them to do? You wanted them to leave? Like, you were kicking them out like you run something? I wish Joel would have stomped him out. That's what I wish. And Ellie, go kick rocks, girl. Find something safe to do. She's a dingbat. I love Ellie's character, Tyra. They better not ruin her for me. They better not ruin Ellie this.
I don't know.
In the next episode,
if they've given us this new hype, and I saw in that first season when Ellie and Joel just got there, Danny's there, and she's kind of stalking, like, ooh, it's just the new piqued interest. It just seems like this sheltered girl. It's just like, ooh, like this is just the new hot thing. But what's going to happen when Joel and Ellie aren't the new hot thing anymore? What's going to happen when the ish hits the fan and we're running for our lives? Like, are you really going to be about that? It just seems like she's kind of going through the motion, and it's like, oh, well, you know, I could be gay for 5 minutes. This looks fun.
That's
like, are you really taking Ellie seriously? Because Ellie done been through enough. Can we not?
Yeah, like I said, I don't need another Storm Reed repeat. I do not need her to fall in love with you, Dina, because I know who you are. I see you. I know what you're up to. And at the end of the day, I know we're seeing all this foolishness right here. I know it. But at the end of the day, when the rubber meets the road, Tyra, it's going to be Joel and Ellie forever. I believe it in my heart. I refuse to let that go. Anybody else can get it, but the two of them, they're gonna get it back, Tyra. They got to. I can't.
Absolutely. I mean, if she get it together. Now, Seth did absolutely nothing this episode, but I just want you to know, I see you, okay?
Listen.
Seth is gonna be coming through. If we're gonna have some characters come around, I ain't like how they was playing on his side. Like, you know, you're only 4 years older than us, right? Like, don't try to tell us what to do. Just do what the hell I said, heifers. I'm trying to keep y'all alive. Like, they're so unserious and on this adventure, and I think that's probably what she likes about her. Is kind of reminiscent of Storm Reed's character and what they were going on. But baby, we're not 13 anymore.
No, and
you know, we might be 20. You know, let's just treat this as severe as it should be. I just wanted to say I saw Seth this episode, and I feel like you're gonna come through in the clutch, and I said, "What's up?"
Looking like a K drama, tall drink of water, broad shoulders, fine, like the perfect anime man. I'm here for Seth, not to fetishize him. He's fine in any culture, okay, in any interpretation, in any translation. But thank you, I appreciate this slide because he deserves
He did. He did.
a round of
He ain't
applause.
do nothing, but I think this slide was for him doing something in the future.
Just for being who he is. Listen, because of who you are, Seth. Because of who you are, you deserve to slide. Because I said, where'd he come from? He just fine for no reason. What you doing here? Like,
Be who you are. Absolutely. Mhm. Now, closing out the episode, leaving Ellie in her attitude, cussing Joel out and distancing herself from him yet again in the episode. I swear she did it at least 4 times. Not only do we have the fungus rolling up, but 5 years later, because it took that long, Abby and her crew of fireflies are rolling up for their vengeance. We're scouring over the town, and we are ready to get in there. Now, I think that this is gonna really bring up that conversation of refugees and trying to be safe of who we're letting in and who we aren't. We're gonna have Maria and the council definitely. But we can take on a few more. We can take, and of course she's gonna see because she has a full description. Salt and Pepper Man, Scar, whole identification of Joel and maybe even Ellie and what we look like, and we're gonna get the tension there. But I don't think it's gonna be any plex or anything hard for them to try to infiltrate. I think they're going to be let directly into the town. But 5 years later, we are here and we still got beef, Ashley. How you feel about it?
oh, that's so stupid. Walking for 5 years, I'd have been tired. I wouldn't even remembered any beef. At this point, apple cider vinegar ain't got no power. Girl, they will stomp y'all out in here. I don't get her. I don't get her in her cereal unaliver bag. I just don't see her creeping up in all black at night, rolling up to Joel's crib, like doing something. Girl, you will not bust a grape. Especially a torture mission. Girl, it's never gonna happen. Do y'all not know who Joel is?
She said dressed in all black like the homie. How your friend singing this is for my homies. Do you know me? Like she rolling up. She been a Lil Kim in the situation.
Tyra, please. Let's be like, do y'all not remember who Joel is? Like, girl, this is not who y'all want. This man carried Elle in his arm with the blicky in the other hand and was taking boys down. Like, it's never a game for him.
It's not. If we had someone with more of a menacing presence, it would be like, oh, okay, she's here.
Yeah.
It's just not there. I'm hoping we do something with it because I don't like it.
None of that crew either. She is not Black Widow.
And I know that we're always saying it's almost the opposite. Where we normally need like young, viral, talented actors, they normally put the older ones there. And then when we need the old folks to roll through, and not so much old folks, but people 40 and up, some people with a little salt and pepper on them who look like, if need be, I'll whoop ass. We need somebody to come in to be that looming threat to Joel and even the rest of this town. It's just a couple of y'all. Like, this isn't it. So I am assuming we're going to meet somebody else.
Got to, because at least you have to be formidable. Because, okay, I'll let my daughter fight you. That's if I'm Joel. Ellie, go beat her up real quick. Because, like, what are we doing here? I'm not scared. And Anakin, it's all about her daddy, honey. This is about her dad that Joel unalived. He was a firefly. He was one of the doctors, I believe.
Yeah,
it wasn't her lover. It was her daddy.
Because she put the dog tags on it, and it's just not giving. And I looked at the character from the video game as we were sitting here, buff as hell. Girl, she ripped, she all big. I was like, so what decision was it to go here? Okay, I mean,
rage in the video game.
Girl, I went and looked it up because I wanted to see. I said, oh, she buff as hell. Oh. She's buff. I think we'll kind of get that tension that we had when The Last of Us premiered and people saw Ellie's character and they were like, no. But like with Ellie, a character has a chance to grow on you, and maybe she'll grow on us. Right now, what I'm seeing in this picture, I don't know. She looked like she whooped some ass.
After daughter ain't got no power. She ain't got no
Don't
power.
make me cuss, Dane.
And don't put that on me. She ain't never
Don't
said
put that on Ashley. Nobody ever said that. Nobody ever
The
said
devil
that.
is a
Never
lie.
said that. Thank you for the $2 though thing. We're not putting Ebola in the atmosphere.
Period. The devil is a liar. Get out of here, Dane.
Funny. But you guys have been awesome. I'm gonna show you guys some love, and we're gonna come back and give you guys our predictions for the next episode. We'll be right back, y'all.
This ain't what you project. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. 60 flip. I just wanna rock. I just wanna. I just wanna rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada. Hit it once, no time. Shut up, fuck you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my high. This ain't what you project. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. 60 flip.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Closing it out here. Ashley, you know I'm gonna come to you first. Predictions for episode 2. Ashley, you muted.
Just mute it, girl, because I'll be running my mouth in the background. Girl, I don't know nothing. If them people come into the gates, they will be let into the gate, which is unfortunate. The 90210 crew. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm hoping we get to see some more of these stealth mode people, and they discover this growth in the piping. Like, I hope they get to that. As we know, these beings have become now more. I won't want to say they're intelligent, honey, but they're definitely evolving. So I think we'll see more of that. I think hopefully we get a flashback. Hopefully we get at least one flashback of the past 5 years that kind of lets us know more about Joel and Ellie's relationship. I ain't watched the preview for the next episode, child, so I really don't know. But outside of that, I think we're going to have our first loss next episode. I don't think they're going to
Already?
Because this is going to be a shorter season, right? I think we only get 7 episodes this season. So I think we're
know that.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to get some bloodshed in the next episode. And I hope we get to meet Jeffrey Wright's character. Because when I was looking at the whole season, you know how they run it and they're like showing everything from the season. Whoever this little cult group is, I'm very interested in them. I really want to get into them next episode.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to like the next 2 episodes really turning up, because it seems like everything that we're going to get is just unmarked territory, whether it's the new threats, child. Not the fireflies, not the whack ass fireflies we saw. The people who are over them, the higher ranking Jeffrey Wrights of it all, and even the radicals and everybody else out there. And even these, the introduction of the newly infected and how they're moving and kind of being more calculated. I think we're really going to turn up. I don't think there's going to be peace in the valley next episode. I think everything's going to hit the fan immediately. We maybe have it get to the point of things looking a certain type of way where we have the fireflies be refugees and enter the town and kind of be looking and asking around and trying to kind of lay low because they know they're outgunned and outnumbered. And maybe the moment they're going to think about maybe making a move or trying to do anything, I think that fungus is going to let itself be known because it's peeking through the pipes, child. I think some lives are going to be lost. I really would hate to see Maria and the baby and Thomas die. Like, let's not do that.
Girl, I'm telling you, we going there, Lord Jesus.
Oh, let's not do that. But, we'll see that. And once again, you guys, we are not familiar with the game. I know a lot of people have their privy information, whether they have episodes or not, but they're really familiar with these games and maybe what's coming next. We don't know anything, so these are all wild guesses, but I do definitely see things turning up. So for anybody who thought maybe episode 1 was kind of slower, I think we'll maybe get what we want in episode 2. But y'all,
That's the question I have for you though. Before we go, Tyra, before we go, because like we said at the beginning of this live, how season 1, every episode was a movie. Like I felt like I was in for an experience every single episode in season 1. Do you think we'll get back to that in season 2, or do you think they're going to adopt this new way of telling the story?
I think it's going to be a new way. It's very alarming when you said 7 episodes. Like,
Yeah.
because we had those 9 episodes and I still wanted more after that. Every single
Period.
episode was so good, but we were world building and we were getting like just enough characters, and we knew when to step away, like the episode with Storm Reed, and kind of give us something different, or that endearing episode that we got with the gay couple that had me on the ground. Okay.
Oh,
We knew when to give, highs, lows, and levity to it. I feel like this season is going to just flow like your regular series,
I
unfortunately.
hate that. Because we got to deal with the brothers, we
Mhm.
got the couple, we got Storm Reed and Ellie and her journey of self-discovery. Then we got some with her. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I hate that they're just adopted this normal way of storytelling. I hope it's not the whole season. I hope they miss.
Unfortunately, I don't have like the highest of hopes for where we're going. The Last of Us to me is almost kind of like From or any of those others, like these shows that we've been getting lately in like the past 5 years.
Mhm.
Like this would have been perfection with just one season. That would have been so solid and so good to where this wouldn't even be necessary. So when they kind of try to go out and stretch and give us more, it just seems like something is tainted and ruined, and we kind of fall off the wagon a little bit. Not to say that it will. Like I think the show is going to be really good, but first season good, I don't think so.
Oh man, that's what I hear in the gaming community. Even when they did the second part of the game, there was a lot of the same. Like, okay, what are we doing here? So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I'm still locked in. They did a great job it's season 1 paid for season 2. So listen, it is what it is.
I'm still sad. I'm still excited for the show. It's one of the few shows that we got during that time that I was just really excited for it returning. So I'm set for it. But y'all, make sure to comment down below what you think is going to happen in episode 2 and what you thought about what we had to say. We would love to read it and respond to y'all. Like, talk to me. Now, we will definitely be back shortly getting into the wire for any of our folks here who have been joining us for our weekly first time watches of The Wire. We are starting season 2 tonight, and I'm very interested to see where we're going over there. All I know is we're going to the docks, whatever that means. Be sure to join us for that and support us there. And before we get out of here, for anybody who would like to become a member, or if you are already a member, this week it rolled around to your girl again, and I just wanted to put Ashley through the trenches. This is what we are watching, and if you would like to join us, be sure to become a member. We will see you guys shortly for The Wire. If not, y'all have a good night.
Shirt now, where's my bloody nose sleeping? You're on your tippy toes, creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal.